Adrienne Hamke-Wicker here from the Thriving Workplace Initiative, showing you how to access and understand your survey results on Gallup Online. First, navigate your web browser over to galluponline.com. From there, you'll enter your user ID and password. If you've forgotten either of those, click on this link at the bottom of the page. Here is the landing page, and what you want to do is click on Q12 Reports. From here, Gallup will bring up any reports to which you have access. So in my case, we are looking at My Direct Report. What My Direct Report is the summary or aggregate results of all the people in my direct work group who responded to the survey. In this case, that's 6 people. The main item here on the page that you want to start with is your grand mean. This is the average response on our 5-point scale of all the Q12 items. So the Q12 are those first items on the survey that measure engagement. So my grand mean for this survey period is 4.83 out of 5. What you can see is in the last survey period, 2017, my mean was a 4.87, so it went down a little bit. On the right, the percentile rank is related to Gallup's global database. There are 11 million people across 900 unique organizations across all sectors of employment in this global database. Also related to that global database are these strengths and opportunities metrics. Strengths represents my highest scoring item in relation to the global database, and opportunities represents the lowest scoring items for my work group related to that database. Finally, at the bottom, you see engagement index. Because I have fewer than 100 respondents, I'm not able to see an engagement index figure. So that's the summary page that you'll start on, and then you want to drill down and understand more about each of the items in the report. So click on View Report, and you'll see much of the same information that we just talked about up here. What's new here is this nomenclature of Unit B, Unit C, and Unit D. If you come to this bar right here, you see what that relates to. Unit A is my report, my work group. Unit B is my boss, Laura Scott, her work group, or her roll-up, which means me and all of the other people that report to her. Then it goes up to her boss, Cindy Hale, and then finally up to UMD overall. So when you see A, B, C, and D in the report, it's referring to those items right there. There are a couple of different ways you can look at all of the items. I think the easiest is to click on this All link. And what that will do is it will bring up all 25 survey questions from number 1 all the way down to number 25, and you can look at them that way. So let's do that. Let's start with Q1. I know what's expected of me at work. If you click on this bubble right here, you'll see the full text of the item as well as some places you can go to get some more information about that particular item. So let's read across on row A, which is my work group. So there were 6 people who responded to this item. The mean for this item is 4.83. Last time in 2017, the mean was 4.60. If you go all the way to the right here, you'll see that that represents a positive change of 0.23. The green triangle indicates that that's a meaningful change greater than 0.20. Meaningful change means that is when you can begin to see behavioral changes related to that issue. One thing you see over here also in this row is the frequency distribution. For my work group, that is not listed because there were fewer than 10 respondents. In order to keep things confidential, these numbers are only indicated if you have 10 or more, as in row B. What you see here is in row B, you get the percent who answered to this item, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Also over here, you see that mean percentile rank information again. So this is the 84, and then this is a sort of pictorial way of understanding how that is in terms of where it is in that percentile database. So that's how you read those numbers. If you scroll down, you'll see all of the questions on the survey, so they keep going. You can see a little bit here with these colors, and let me go all the way down to show you what that means. So here at the very bottom, you have some footnotes about some of the things I've been mentioning, and then the colors give you a nice way of understanding what quartile you are in for that particular item related to that database. So the red means you're in the bottom quartile, the dark green means that you're in the top quartile. So now that you've looked at that, you want to get ready to, say, print your report, either to hand deliver or to send as a PDF to the people in your work group so you can have a conversation. So head on over to the print icon here, and there are lots of things you can check or uncheck. I suggest unchecking indices and engagement hierarchy so that you just print out the survey questions and it will look kind of what we just had here, sort of 1 to 25. There are a number of things over here you can check. I recommend the glossary that gives you a nice definition of all of the terms. And then if you want, you can click on comparison units, and that's where you would see that A, B, C, and D. My suggestion is for having a conversation with your work group is to not check this. It's best practice to have a conversation about your own work group data. This can be interesting, but not as useful when you're trying to come up with an action plan for your group. All right, so we're going to click done. We'll see what comes up here. This can sometimes take a while, and here we are. So what you'll see is quite a long document, 7 pages long, but you'll see here we have that summary information that we've seen twice now. And then we have information about each of the items. Again, this color coding is a helpful way of seeing things pretty succinctly. And we can go all the way down. We see all of the items. And then at the end, we get to that glossary page that we referred to. So that's the basics of how to get in and access and understand your survey results. Thanks for watching. We will be creating more videos that will be useful to you. And thanks for all you do at the University of Maryland.